seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Westbrook looking for James. He's got it. The third quarter. James, a shot in history.
You did it, son.
You did it.
You did it.
What was once thought as an unbreakable record has just been broken by 38-year-old LeBron James.
On a step back against very good defense here by Kenrich Williams.
Welcome to the Clear in the Air podcast with D and Q.
I'm the king.
Oh, man.
James, that is.
Listen, we won at the game. It is February 8th, Eastern Standard Time. Lakers playing the OKC Thunder. We literally just saw your mans do what we wouldn't think we would see done in our lifetime. King James, LeBron James, your man has passed Kareem's all-time scoring record. This is a big deal, man. You know, we ballers, we hoopers. And so, you know, when you are a player, you become a fan of the game. And we talk about fandom, we talk about all of these things. And several reasons why this is a big deal. I'm not going to slow us up. We're just going to jump in, but I want to say this. We're in February, Black History Month, and I think oftentimes we go back, like the movie Back to the Future. We go back to recognize and appreciate those that are no longer with us or who are older, who have made history. But what sometimes I think we don't do as often is give flowers to those that we can while they're here. People are making history right before our eyes. And either we criticize or we just fail to see it, fail to appreciate it. I always said I don't want to be one of those people who, you know, people have to pass away in order for you to recognize them. Well, we give him LeBron his flowers tonight. Again, congratulations, King James, for this. He still has a whole quarter left to play. So, yo, now that this has been done, is he the GOAT? Where does he rank? What are we saying?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Okay. Well, before we get there, man, shout out King James, LeBron James. You were saying, why is it so important? And you brought up how it's Black History Month. I wanted to say a couple more things as to why it's important. This dude, the expectations he had put on him at such a young age, and the fact that he has met and exceeded those expectations is amazing, bro. And the fact that he is 38 years old and playing at such a high level. And like we've been talking about, man, we're actually witnessing history, witnessing greatness. Like,
yeah,
we talked about several other things that we're living in now that is going to go down in history books, and we could say we saw that, we lived that, we enjoyed that. So
yeah,
man, it's such a great thing to see. I'm so happy for LeBron. I love everything that he stands for on the court and off the court. I'm just happy for him, man. I'm happy that we got a chance to witness it, but live on TV, of course.
Together.
Yeah, together, which is crazy. We actually saw him break the record, and like you said, now I think it's about 4 minutes left, so he got to try to come down off his high and try to win the game. So,
Well, 4th quarter. Yeah. It's 4 minutes left in the 4th. So,
it's 4 minutes left in the 4th. So, 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 4 minutes left you asked me a question, where does he rank with the GOAT? Now,
We're here.
well, hold on. But before we get to that, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you think about how the NBA, how they handled the celebration? What did you think about the little celebration they just did?
I thought it was dope, bro. I thought it was dope to see, you had Snoop Dogg
Hmm.
shouting them out, you had Laker greats,
Hmm.
Magic, rest in peace to Kobe, man, because I really feel like, his 3-year passing was a couple of weeks back. And I know had he been on this earth, he would have been there.
Of course.
So, just seeing him get the love, because you see him get so much hate. You see, not just Skip, you see so many people try to tear him apart because of what he hasn't done in his career. But, again, are we not paying attention to what this man is doing? I thought it was dope to stop the game, because rarely do they stop a game, especially, for individual accolades and stuff like that. But I felt like, shout out to Silverman, man. I really feel like Silver, I'm sorry. I really feel like what he's done has been things that may not have been done previously.
Mm-hmm.
And just his ability to appreciate the game and its players, and the opportunity that he has to, promote the league and to do things that would show its players in a great light. So I really thought it was dope. Now, the tough part is, how do you come off that high and finish the fourth quarter?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, I thought the presentation was nice, man. I it's so crazy that they did all that with 4 minutes left in the game, but I love the way he brought out his wife, his kids, his mom,
that was dope.
close friends. Now the interesting thing was Kareem was there, and he don't really rock with Kareem like that. But if you didn't know the backstory, that you wouldn't think they have any issue. They showed each other respect, embraced. He gave Kareem a nice compliment and a nice shout out during the speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I thought it was really nice, considering it had to be, in game. If it was early in the game, I'm sure they probably could have did more. But because it's 4 minutes left, it was only so much you could do before you got back to the game. I thought the NBA handled it well, and I co-sign you about Adam Silver. He seems to get a lot right, way more right than he does wrong. And I know he seems to be more of a player's commissioner. So I like that about that. I like Adam Silver.
While still maintaining the
Yeah.
order of the league.
Yes, because again, he works for the owners. So,
Yeah. So now let's get into it.
let's get into it.
We know where he ranks in points.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he is one triple double away from tying, I think it's Jason Kidd, for fourth all time. He recently surpassed Steve Nash for assists. So he's, I think, third or fourth on that list. So where does he rank, man? Are we calling him the GOAT? Where does he rank?
So let me give what's it called when you got to give before you say something?
A disclaimer?
Disclaimer. So I'm not a huge fan of these GOAT conversations, because
Me either.
I just feel like there's no right answer. It's subjective. It's subjective. My GOAT may not be your GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say what answer is right? It's not 2 + 2 = 4. It's an opinion. But I understand the point of the conversations, because they cause discussion. You know what I mean? Well, we like to say barbershop talk. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna answer it for me personally. He's definitely one of the greats. He's definitely on my Mount Rushmore of NBA players. He is not my number one.
Yeah.
With what he's doing right now, he's definitely number 2 for me. He's definitely number 2 for me. And I have some criteria that if he does meet him, he might possibly can overtake number 1.
I think I have to go with that, bro. I think without trying to, do too much talking, I think that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he had the same number of championships as Jordan, I would GOAT him.
Mm-hmm.
I would GOAT him. I think, to me, the clear GOAT is MJ. Okay. One of the reasons I think why there has been so much comparison between those two is because that's the golden standard. That is the GOAT standard.
He is.
Okay. So when you have these conversations, you kind of have to do that comparison if you're going to have that conversation. I would put him second. I think Stephen A said this for what is it, MJ Mondays
Mm-hmm.
this past
2-3-23.
yeah. So I think he said the same thing, and I would agree. But I also say that you have to still look at what he's done that Jordan has not done.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging what he's doing is outrageous. You're averaging 30 points at 38.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
He's played 20 years. That's insane. We take that for granted. We really do, but that's insane.
20 straight. He didn't take a few year hiatus, right?
So again, like when you start to do this comparison, I think it's tough because I really feel like also you have to appreciate people for who they are as individuals. For him to have been, I just said that he's, top 5 in triple doubles all time, top 5 in assists, and oftentimes early in his career he was criticized for passing too much.
I was gonna say that, bro. The fact that he's the all-time leading scorer and not really considered a scorer, like a
Yeah,
lot of people think his best attribute is his passing, his, you know what I mean, the way he can dissect the play, and
yeah, yeah.
he's not really considered. All those other scoring leaders, they are scorers.
Right.
He is like a huge facilitator that can score, but he,
Right.
you know what I mean? So
Right.
a lot of people think his greatest attribute is his passing, or just his knowledge of the game.
Mhm.
So the fact that he's broken this record due to his endurance and his scoring ability is it's amazing, though. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm happy for him.
Now I have to go here,
Come on.
just to, yeah, I'm switching gears,
Okay.
and you're not going. You might even say cut it out, but I'm not going to cut it out. It's just more to prove that there's always going to be something to be said. Your boy Skip, looking at his tweet, great acceptance speech by LeBron, but could have done without concluding F-bomb, even though it summed up his overwhelmed emotion. A guy that I follow, that we follow, that kind of has helped out and gives tips on how to grow your YouTube. He says, dog, you're obsessed with finding anything to say about Braun, huh? How do you still find a way to hate? So anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program. So again, bro, I like what you say. Again, this is a very beautiful thing to witness. Yes, he is on my Mount Rushmore. I feel like, how can he not? You've got a 6'8" dude that can play every position on the court. Again, all-time leading scorer, top 5 in assists. There's not anything he can't do, okay, on the court. He can defend. Come on, man. He's on the Mount Rushmore. Now, if you were to ask me who else I'm moving around, we're not having that conversation tonight.
We not.
We got him on there, and that's cemented.
Yep. For
Okay. Sure. Question we had is, do we think he'll win another chip?
I don't know, bro. I don't see it this year. It depends on who they can get next year. You're hearing that Kyrie is a free agent and may sign there. I think that'll definitely be interesting. Kyrie goes. You've been hearing Zach LaVine's name out there. Unfortunately, it's going to be hinged on the health of Anthony Davis. So I think Russ's contract goes off the books after this summer, so they can get rid of that. So I must say this, and even though a lot of people put an asterisk on it, I'm so glad he won the championship with the Lakers, even though it was in the bubble. I'm so glad he did, because it's, a lot of people think he came to LA just to be a celebrity and grow his brand off the court. But one thing they can't take away from him is that he won a championship with the Lakers. Call it a bubble championship or what? It's a ring. He has 4 with 3 different teams. So I am glad that he won that. I don't think his career will be incomplete if he doesn't win another. Outside of that GOAT comparison.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, I'm cool with deading that conversation for the rest of his career, for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll win another chip. I don't. I think I'm not even sure if I would say that he'll have another deep playoff run. And the thing is, you're 20 years in, you're 38. It's certain things that, come on, man, you're not running to another team to try to do it. What can they do? They still haven't done anything with Russ, which I like the way that Russ has been playing as of late.
I have embraced that role off the bench. I do too.
Yeah, I really do. And, shout out to him. I know this is LeBron's night, but shout out to him. So that being said, bro, I just don't really think so. I don't think, the older he gets, you'd have to have all the pieces around you. Maybe if they got Kyrie, you could say yes. But even with Kyrie, with all his antics, I still would. I think championships, he's done. I think he could run up the scoring, but
I think even with Kyrie's antics, I think Bron might be the one person that can kind of keep him on the straight and narrow. Especially after Kyrie left so abruptly with Cleveland and, realized it was harder than what he thought it was. And been apologizing to Bron ever since. You know what I mean?
True.
I think Bron is one of those people that can kind of keep Kyrie focused if that were to happen. But again, it depends on the health of Anthony Davis, man.
Yeah, bro. And
Anthony Davis. And, now you asking Bron in year 21, 39.
Yes,
it's going to be tough, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he's going to play with his son? Now, his son is, I believe, a senior this year. Because he's going to go to college next year. He's going to make a decision. I think he's down to 3 teams: my Ducks, USC, and Ohio State. So we're talking the earliest 24, 25. No. 25, 24, 25. Yeah.
24, 25.
23, 24 would be next year. 24, 25.
I think he could. The tough part you begin to, and this is the part you don't really want to see, is you kind of have to start anticipating his decline, even though you don't want to see it. But I think he would, and I don't know, that's the thing. Like, honestly, I feel like he could Robert Parrish this thing. I feel like he could go, and play till he's, no, my bad, not Robert Parrish. I feel like he could Tom Brady this thing, 42, even if he did come off in the lesser, decreased role. But honestly, it's hard to even say that because I don't see the decline yet.
It's harder, bro, because they protected Brady so much. You couldn't even hit Brady. And Brady wasn't running up and down that court.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
I think he will play with his son. I think that's probably the last thing he wants to check off on his career. He wants to play with
Right.
his son. It'll be interesting because one, will his son be good enough to make it, or will he make it on the simple fact that he's LeBron's son? And two, where will he get drafted to? Like, because he's gonna have to, I don't want to say force his way there, but like, you know, you're gonna have to hope a team trades for you or whatever, so you could move and sign there. So I think it'll be interesting. I would love to see it happen. I think that's the last thing he wants to see on his career. So
Hmm. I think he'll get to the league, bro. Whether we say he's good enough to remain, I don't even want to debate that or think about that, but I think it'll happen. I definitely think it'll happen. Yeah. Gotta go here. Favorite LeBron kicks.
you gonna do me like that?
What do you like that, bro?
So you know, you can't just do it like that. Like, are you talking about favorite LeBron kicks that I personally own, or just in
Um,
general?
I never know with you because you are a sneakerhead. So you could start off wherever, however you want to.
All right, brother. Well, since you asked, and since it's all about Bron, I'm gonna do my top 5 favorite Bron kicks and an honorable mention. I always do an honorable mention.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna start with my honorable mention, and these are just LeBron kicks that I own that are in my possession. So these are my
Got you.
5 favorites that I own plus an honorable mention. My honorable mention right here. This is
Oh,
actually a LeBron lifestyle shoe.
oh,
So yeah, these are tough. I love the colorway of these. They also come in white. They come in black and white. They actually come in pink. But I love this tan color right here. And what's crazy about this shoe is, if you see, it's actually kind of real thin, see-through right here. So it's actually a sock shoe. It's a shoe that showcases your socks. Like if you're the person that wears like nice or funky socks,
yeah,
this is
that
the
would be
shoe that
me.
you, yeah, because this will show your sock game. This is a shoe that's perfect for like fall, spring, you know, that nice brown color. I've actually only wore this shoe once, maybe twice, but I
I was
love
gonna
it.
say I ain't think you did.
Yeah. So this is my honorable mention right here.
Okay.
Number 5. The LeBron Martin jump. Martin.
That's the homecoming joints. You wore them the
Yeah. So
homecoming.
y'all know this is my favorite sitcom. We talked about this. So this is, I want to say, the LeBron 16. And what he did with some of these shoes, he like collabed them with certain things that, you know, certain things that he loved growing up with his childhood. And this was the Martin collab. And as you can see, it's got those funky like 90s colors, like those cross colors.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the Martin, his logo, but it's like the Martin logo right there. What's crazy dope about this shoe, he has the slogans from Martin on the back. So he got what's up? He got GTD. Y'all don't know what GTD is, please Google it. He got dang Gina. So this is a dope shoe right here. And what was dope about he actually, they showed a pair being delivered to Martin. Martin was very appreciative of the shoe.
Yeah.
So this is my number 5 right here with the nice font right here. My number 4, and I'm actually going to cheat a little bit because it's 2, but it's of the same shoe. So again, this was when LeBron was collaborating. Yeah, when he was doing like collaborations with some of his favorite things growing up. So this is a collab he did that mimics the Deion Sanders Diamond Turf shoe growing up. And this is obviously the 49ers colors.
Yeah.
Team. So this is the red pair, the Deion. They had that that mesh thing right here. So it's the LeBron sneaker, but it kind of looks like a football sneaker. See, he's got the DI logo with the gold post right here. It's a nice kind of like snakeskin material.
Right.
And I also have it in white.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are fire right here. Both 49ers colors. These were
dope.
Yes. So that's my number 4. My number 3, the Cannons. As you can see, the laces are still on them, but this colorway was fire right here. It was a big hit. Yeah, they're called the Cannons. Not really sure why. And this actual sneaker, I want to say it's the LeBron 9. It's my actual favorite LeBron sneaker. This style.
As far as comfortability and everything.
Yeah, it just looks and everything. I like this stuff. That's number 3. Number 2, I'm kind of cheating again because it's 2 different pairs, but it's more so the colorway. And it's the South Beaches. Anything with that colorway, you know what it is, South Beach, Miami. You see the extra pink laces. But this is the 9, sort of like the Cannon. But here, the 8s right here. This was what did it right here. Pink laces.
I see it.
Yeah, with that teal and pink, or turquoise, whatever you call it, teal and pink. Yeah, these. So when these came out, these was very limited. They actually just re-released them not too long ago. Kind of brought down the value with them, but these are the original ones from back in the day, as you can see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of.
I see you.
And my number 1.
Uh-oh.
Drum roll, please, bruh. These things are so exclusive. You can't get these. Can't get it. I'm not saying you personally. They're very hard to get.
Yeah.
For one, had to have, had to pull out all the stops that connects to get them. My Bron Oregon Duck player exclusive.
Y'all read them in wheat.
Yeah, and see, I got the laces loose. I got the Oregon O on the tongue. See that snake skin?
It's a beast.
These are only given to athletes at the university. Ask me how I got a pair.
We're going to talk about it offline.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that offline. But this is my number 1 pair. I've worn these one time. Broke so many necks wearing these. As you can see, yeah, the snake skin.
Yeah, them joints dope.
Yes, these are my number 1 bronze I have in the collection.
I see you. Sheesh.
Some slight. You know, I ain't doing too much. I'm out the way. Blue dot. Bron.
Lying like a mug. Well, as for me, I was blessed with having a brother, Toll. Shout out to Toll.
Yeah, shout out.
This dude will wear sneakers once or twice, and we wear the same size, and he'd just give me them joints, So I was more into my career, dressing like that. And my man would just hit me up, call me up on a dime, like, yo, I got some kicks for you. So I have probably only had 2 pairs of bronze. But I'm going to tell you my favorite ones. The 12s, bro.
Okay.
And 2 reasons why they were my favorite. They were my favorite because of the colors. The colors, they had so many colors, bro. So many colors. Another reason why they were my favorites is because, again, shout out to my man Toll. We would go down to Coppin State. We'd be balling. He got his on, I got mine on. We either on the same team, busting people's tails, or he's on the opposite team and we going at it, So, yeah. So that's why those 12s are my favorite.
Oh.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, broski. Yeah, man. So, well, I guess the only other thing we could leave to clear the air on is there anything else you think LeBron needs to do in his career?
I don't, man. I think just play with his son. Just, he want to play with his son.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think he's done everything that he's set out to do.
Mm-hmm.
Every team he's played for, he's won a championship for.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, Miami, the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Off the court. I mean, he's a loving family man, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful mom, loyal to his friends, put all his friends in position to win. Just he speaks up against social issues, social injustices.
People will trip about that and say he don't speak up enough. He is sellout, this, that, and the third.
I tell you what, he's done and said way more than y'all GOAT. But we ain't gonna go there though. Well, yeah, we are. He had. So, but businessman, he a billionaire. Lifetime contract with Nike. He's got Spring Hill Entertainment, his entertainment company, and the movies and commercials, and his son's got NIL deals now. They both good at basketball. His daughter is doing her thing. Wifey's just unproblematic, beautiful, just stay out the way, running the house. You know what I mean? We got to shout out her, like he said, shout out her for holding down the house while he been playing all these years and been on the road. So yeah, I think he's accomplished all that he's wanted to. Another ring would be nice.
Would be nice.
Yeah, it would be, bro. It would kind of solidify, it would be more ammunition towards that GOAT argument.
Which we're not having no more.
We're not having, but yeah, Bron is that dude. Bron is love Bron.
Yeah. Me too. I root for him. So as we clear the air, I'm gonna say this much, even though we kind of touched around it but didn't. It's Black History Month, and your man did this. LeBron did this. February 8th, 7th, still on the West Coast.
Right.
So technically, it was on the 7th, but for us East Coast cats, it was on the 8th. He's never been in any scandals, bro. Yep. The most scandals you hear about is the ones that Skip Bayless creates. Right. I love that he's a family man. I love that he's about business and has done so, again, without any type of scandal. He ain't taken from anybody. He's given the school.
The I Promise school. Yep.
So shout out to Bron, man. It's a great thing to see him accomplish this in Black History Month. Even if he didn't, he still made history. It's not much else to say, bro, but keep living, keep doing what he's doing. And I actually look forward to seeing his sons and what they do in their careers.
No doubt.
So that being said, y'all, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, you can get the audio experience through Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and we are on all social media platforms. All right. Any topics you want to hear from us, leave it in the comments, leave it in the DMs, email us. We look forward to hearing from you. History was made. God bless. We out.
Shout out to King. Peace.